4th of July. We have rain. Look at it. Look at it, look at it, look at it. We just got back. I mean, like, well, if I turned it, you could see I just put my little nightgown on. We just got back from Mom and Dad's for having 4th of July lunch. And then we sat around for a little while and talked about the trip. There. So it's quieted down already. So yeah, we talked about the trip. I think I've got it all finalized. Okay, we have to go we have a time frame, and it's in October, and school is out. It's what they're calling fall break or something. You know, since COVID, schools, or at least our local schools, have given the kids more breaks throughout the month, just more time to be, you know, not congested in a school. So in October is their fall break, and so because when school starts back that next week, when it's been out for a week and it starts back, Mom will have the 2 babies again. So everything has to be, losing my glasses. Everything that we're gonna do, if we're gonna do anything, has to be done in a week. So we could say, well, we have a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, you know, when you look at it like that, you have, what, 9 days? I was looking at leaving on Monday, getting everything ready, Sunday evening, getting everything planned, getting everything arranged with everybody, whoever's Bree's gonna take care of. By the time October rolls around, then my ducks and baby chicks won't be babies anymore. They'll be out, free roaming with everything else. So all I asked her to do is basically come and feed the goats. Now I will have to work out something with Chia and Honey, and I won't be able to look toward Buddy and Steph this time because they're taking the kids on a trip also during that week. So we're all going to be gone. They're going to be in North Carolina too during that same time frame, in a different area, but still. So anyway, I think I've got it all planned. I had it on a notebook, and I talked to Mom earlier before lunch on the phone, and I said, I think I've got it all worked out. I had my computer, my laptop, and I had my cell phone, and I would look at things on this, and then to see something, I had so many tabs open that I finally started picking my phone up and looking at something else. And so mainly it was, maybe I should be ashamed. I don't know. I don't know how many people know exactly where every state is on the map. I don't. So I would look at this state and I would see what was below it or beside it. And it was how many hours it took to get to a certain town. And then I would have to do towns in, you know, a state. I don't know, whatever. Some certain state. And I was like, oh yeah, I've heard of, I'm just going to use something because I'm not talking about, but I would say, you know, Mobile, Alabama. Towns, no, not towns in Alabama. Well, you get Montgomery, you get Mobile, and I was looking at all these different, you know, towns and thinking, okay, how long does it take to get to this town? Well, from this town, how long does it take to get from that town to this town? And so I was doing all this stuff. So easy peasy on the flight. Started out way up here, you know, way up north. Y'all know I've already talked about it, going into Boston. Okay, that's not going to happen. And that's fine. I'm not upset about it. I'm not worried. I told Mom just a while ago, I said, you know what? if Levi does well on this flight, this would be his first flight to ever take. If he does well on this flight, then there is nothing stopping us from just taking a weekend, one, you know, and flying in this, you know, 4 or 5 hour flight, landing somewhere, like I said, in Massachusetts somewhere, touring these homes that I want to tour, and staying the night, getting back on that plane and flying back the next day. There's nothing wrong with that. And then, yes, I flew to Massachusetts and I toured these homes, and we were back in 2 days. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I praise God that I'm in a place in my life that I can take Levi on these trips. Things that, you know, honestly, you could say that's a sad thing, or you could look at it any way you want. He's doing all these things that some people don't get to do, and God's blessed us by being able to do them. Blessed us, blessed me. You know how I didn't really want a page, and you know, I'm not going to say that, say completely, because that would be false to say that I would never take trips if it wasn't for my YouTube page. Y'all have allowed me to do more than I would have normally done before, honestly. From working on the house, getting necessities, things that have to be done around here done, and extras. On top of little trips here and there that I'm able to say, Mom, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. Because, you know, like I said, I mean, I have taken trips before. Not big, long ones, but that's what I always did. And I've said this before in my, you know, at the ends of the year, when I would get my income tax refund, I would pay my property taxes. If there was something that had to be done around the house, then I would do that. If it was something that I've got to have big money, you know, it's going to be a $500 job or a $600 job, I would have to postpone it, do whatever I had to do, live the way I had to live until that time came. And so I would never say that I've never been able to take any trips before, because I have. But y'all have allowed me to sort of broaden the scope of my trips with Levi and with Mom, and spend time with, especially with Mom, that, you know, Lester and Tina, Daniel even don't know what they're missing out, because Mom is so much fun, honestly. And they're missing out on this life with her. You know, not for any specific reason. I'm not saying there's problems in our family or anything like that. It's just that, you know, everybody is pulled in different directions, and God has allowed me to be here for Mom and Dad. And, you know, Dad won't do trips. Dad's never liked to do trips anyway. Even when we were kids, he always had a reason why we couldn't take a trip, mostly because he had cows, horses, goats. Throughout our lifetime, he's had goats off and on, and he's got goats again. So he's always had a reason not to go. You know, he's sort of, you know, maybe you look at it like Dad did all of his traveling when he was in the service, and so he doesn't feel like he needs to do any more traveling, and that's fine. There's times just getting ready for a trip, but I'm thinking, dadgum, it should be easier to stay home. And I don't think I'm alone in saying that, because I know even Steph was saying that the last time they got ready, you know, talking about a trip in the RV. And she said, you know, how it's all fun for the kids, fun for Buddy even to a degree. But she's the one that's home packing the food and packing the you know, the necessities they'll need on that trip, even though they're in the RV. You know, she's packing the clothes. She's deciding what they're going to need and what, you know, they started out here in Texas. They're in Wyoming. They're fixing to be up in the mountains where it's snowing. So, you know, she had to pack for So there's a lot to go on a trip, and I'm in the same boat. You know, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go for a week, and I could say, you know what, don't even worry about the goats. If just check on them during the day and make sure they look. I mean, they have a field full of grass. The chickens are the same way. They free range. It's not going to kill them to go a week. As long as they have water, they are free to go and eat everywhere they want to. And I could look at it like that to a degree, but I don't want to. I'd like my goats to at least have one meal a day, and the chickens be thrown a little bit of something at night. When I feed the goats, I throw out some feed for the chickens on the ground, and they peck away. So Bree says Bree was fine with doing that for me. She said that'll give her some good video content for y'all, because we all know Sam ain't happy with her. Anyway, Daniel was laughing at me because I called Mom. Well, Mom called me for something. I can't remember now what it was. But I told her, I said, I think I've got our trip all planned out. And so when I got down there, I took my little notebook because I had it all wrote out. You know, our flight leaves at this Intercontinental. We arrive at this at, 3:45. It's 30 minutes to the next and get our car. Then it's 30 minutes to that town. We'll stay in that town that night. And the next morning, we're going to do this. And then we go from driving from there. Then we go to this town. We get through doing this. We're going to drive to this town. And we're going to stay that night. And then we're going to do this. And I had it all worked out. And Daniel was laughing at me. You have an itinerary? And I said, yes. It's the easiest way to keep up with everything you're going to do. So sometime tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to book our flight tickets. So I book our flight. So that'll be done. And then I told her the rental car is not going to quite, because she thought it would be as much as the tickets. And I said, no, it's not. I've already looked. And I said, plus you have a AARP membership. I said, so you'll be able to get a discount with it also. So the car rental is like literally just half of what the flight is cost. So as soon as she gets ready to book that, she don't need to wait around too long. But as soon as she does get it booked, then I'll send her the money for that, and the big part of it will be taken care of then. And then I told her, I said, I think as far as the hotels go, I said, I'm not going to try to book every city the night we're supposed to stay at some certain hotel. I said, it's the middle of October. I don't think any hotel anywhere in our itinerary of where we're going we're gonna get into a hotel that they say they're booked. I said, there's nothing going on in the middle of October. It's not Thanksgiving, it's not Christmas, it's not New Year's, it's not Easter. It's the middle of October. It's not even Halloween. So I think what we're gonna do is I may book that first night, knowing that we're gonna be going to get the car, then drive directly to it. I may book that night at the certain hotel and get it out of the way. But from there on, I think, because I tried to do that from this city to this city, driving is 6 hours and 42 minutes. And there may be a couple of those days there that we're pushing it. Plus, we don't want to be really driving it dark. And, it's going to get dark early in October. So I told Mom, I said, I think our best thing is, okay, we know we're going from here to here. And in between there and there, it may get to the point that we say, okay, we don't want to go another hour and a half. Let's just stop here. Here's a hotel. There's a Whataburger. Oh, Whataburgers. Aren't Whataburgers only in Texas? There's a McDonald's. There's Burger King. Whatever. There's pizza. And here's a hotel. This will be our night here. And we'll just go in and get a room. We're not going to try to make sure we stay on that schedule that we drove the entire 7 hours and 24 minutes, and we arrived at this hotel, which is the one I booked. I don't want to do that. I'm afraid that we'll be overshooting, and we'll be tired, or she'll be tired of driving, or we'll both be tired of driving, taking turns, and we'll just be ready to be done for the night. So I think that's what we're going to do as far as the hotels go. So I think I've got it all ready. So I guess that's it. The rain stopped. I was really hoping it may rain again. It may pop up again in a minute, but it looks a little clear back at where it was really dark earlier at my mom and dad's, and then it came this way and just shot down all that water. It's looking pretty blue skies back off over that way, so I don't know. But I just want to wish y'all a happy 4th, and be careful tonight if you're out popping firecrackers. If you're anywhere where it's dry, just watch out for that, and celebrate it responsibly. Means not too heavy. Oh my gosh, there's 2 big old dogs. Well, those might be Daniel's dogs. All right, I better call them. All right, I love y'all. God bless you. Happy 4th. Bye, guys.